You saved my child. Now my heart is yours. An Apache woman's vow. In a single moment, everything can change. One act of courage, one heartbeat of compassion, can bind two souls forever. This is the story of a woman's vow, born not of romance at first, but of gratitude, honor, and love that defied every boundary. Her words were simple: you saved my child, now my heart is yours. And those words carried the weight of destiny. The story: the Arizona desert stretched endlessly, the crimson sun burning the horizon with a glow of fire. In those lands lived Naya, a proud Apache woman, strong, resilient, and fierce in her love for her only son, Tauhu, a boy of just 6 years. Widowed, young Naya had carried both roles, mother and father, with a spirit unbroken, though nights often found her whispering prayers to the stars for guidance. Life in the reservation was harsh, work was scarce, opportunities limited, but Naya was determined to keep her child safe, dreaming of a future where Tauhu would grow into a man of honor. Yet, destiny often tests us where it hurts the most. One stormy afternoon, when thunder rolled and rain slashed the earth, disaster struck. Tauhu, playing near the swollen river, slipped and fell into the raging waters. His small body was swept away, his cries drowned by the storm. Naya's scream tore through the sky, but she was powerless, her feet stuck in mud, her heart shattering as she watched her child fight for his life. And then he appeared, a stranger, a traveler passing through. His name was Daniel Carter, former soldier haunted by scars of war, now wandering the southwest in search of peace. When he saw the boy thrashing in the torrent, something in him, something primal, ignited. Without a second thought, Daniel plunged into the river. The current dragged him under, battered his body, but his arms found the boy. With strength, born of desperation, he pulled Tauhu free, coughing and terrified, but alive. When Naya saw her son breathing, clutched against Daniel's chest, tears poured down her face. She rushed forward, fell to her knees, and whispered, "You saved my child. Now my heart is yours." At first, Daniel thought it was just gratitude, a cry of the moment, but Naya meant every word. For the Apache, honor was sacred, vows unbroken. From that day forward, Naya treated Daniel not as a stranger, but as someone tied to her life, her spirit. Daniel, broken by years of loneliness, had never known such devotion. He had wandered aimlessly, carrying ghosts of battles he could not forget. But in Naya's eyes, he found something new: not pity, not judgment, but respect. She saw not a man shattered by war, but a soul capable of saving, of protecting, of loving. Days turned into weeks. Daniel stayed, helping Naya with firewood, repairs, even teaching Tauhu small lessons of discipline and courage. At night, he would sit by the fire, listening to Naya's stories of her people, the songs of the Apache, the legends of warriors, the wisdom of the earth. Slowly, healing began, but not everyone approved. Elders in the tribe questioned Naya's vow. Some whispered that she should not give her heart to an outsider, a man of another world. Daniel himself doubted, was he worthy of her trust? Could he, a drifter, fill the void left in her life? Then another trial came. One evening, Tauhu fell gravely ill with fever. Medicine was scarce, the reservation clinic miles away. Storms had cut off the roads. Panic returned to Naya's eyes, the same terror as the day of the river. This time, Daniel did not hesitate. He carried Tauhu for miles in the pouring rain, across mud and stone, until they reached a small clinic at dawn. His body collapsed with exhaustion, but he never let go of the child. The doctor said, if you had arrived even an hour later, the boy would not have survived. Naya wept again, not tears of despair, but of surrender. She looked at Daniel, battered and bleeding from the journey, and said softly, "The first time, you saved my child's breath. Tonight, you saved his future. My vow was not just words. My heart, my life, they belong to you." From then, their bond deepened, not born of instant romance, but of trials, respect, sacrifice, and trust. Naya showed Daniel that even a broken soul can be made whole again. Daniel showed Naya that love can arrive not as a dream, but as a protector. In her darkest hour, years passed, and Tauhu grew strong, with Daniel as his guide, mentor, and eventually, father. And every time Daniel looked into Naya's eyes, he remembered that stormy day by the river, when fate tied their lives together with 5 simple words: "You saved my child, now my heart is yours." Closing message. And so, this story teaches us, True love isn't always born of romance. Sometimes it begins with courage, with sacrifice, with choosing to stand beside someone when the world is collapsing. Love is not about perfection, it's about presence, about being there when it matters most. Because when you save what someone loves most, you touch their very soul. And in that moment, hearts are bound forever.